Imagine this, it's early 2020. The world is moving at its usual fast pace. Offices are buzzing with activity, coffee machines are brewing, conference rooms are filled with brainstorming sessions. The rhythm of work is familiar, predictable. Then, seemingly overnight, the world changes. COVID-19 sweeps across the globe, and suddenly, office doors are locked. The daily commute disappears. Employees find themselves in unfamiliar territory, working from home. For years, experts debated whether remote work could ever truly replace the office. Some called it a utopian dream: work from anywhere, avoid the hassle of traffic, spend more time with family. Others warned of its pitfalls: distractions, lack of supervision, and dwindling productivity. But now there was no choice. Businesses had to adapt or risk shutting down. For small business owners, the transition was rough. Surveys from early 2020 revealed that 70% of them believed remote work had hurt productivity. Managers struggled. How do you know if your employees are, are working? How do you foster collaboration when chance encounters by the water cooler no longer exist? Employees felt the pressure too. Some thrived, loving the freedom and flexibility, but others felt isolated, lost, without the structure of an office. One employee, Lisa, a marketing specialist, recalls: "At first, I hated it. I missed the office banter. Zoom calls felt awkward, and I couldn't figure out when work ended and my personal life began." For others, like David, a software engineer, remote work was a dream come true. "I never liked the office, the distractions, the meetings that could have been emails. I was more productive at home." Then something surprising happened. Over time, perceptions began to shift. By 2021, many small business owners who initially doubted remote work started reporting positive impacts on productivity. Companies invested in better tools, collaboration software, virtual training, structured check ins. Managers became better at leading remote teams. Employees learned to set boundaries, creating home offices that actually worked. One CEO, Emily, shares: "At first, I wanted everyone back in the office, but I couldn't ignore the numbers. Our output was actually improving. People were happier. The culture adapted." By mid 2021, remote work wasn't just a necessity, it became a strategy. And then came the defining moment: the question: do people really want to go back? Surveys showed that while 60% of workers weren't willing to take a pay cut to work remotely, a significant 21% said they would sacrifice at least 10% of their salary to stay home. The reasons? For some, like Sarah, a single mother, remote work meant more time with her kids. "I used to rush home from work every day, barely making it in time for dinner. Now I get to see my daughter grow up." For others, like James, a graphic designer, it was about mental health. "The commute was killing me. I'm healthier, more balanced, and honestly, I get more done from home." So, what does the future hold? Companies have taken different approaches, some fully remote, some fully back in office, and many choosing a hybrid model. But one thing is clear: remote work is here to stay, not just because of convenience, but because it works. Technology has made it possible. Business leaders have learned to manage differently. Employees have discovered new ways to be productive. And ultimately, the workforce has spoken. Their values have shifted. Time, flexibility, and well being are just as important as salary. and career growth. As Lisa, the marketing specialist, now says, "It took me a while, but I get it now. Work isn't where you go, it's what you do." The world of work has changed forever. What started as a forced experiment has turned into a revolution. It's no longer about remote versus office. It's about balance, about choice, about rethinking the way we work. So the next time someone asks, should we go back to the office? Perhaps the real question is, how do we build the best work experience for everyone? And that is the future of work.